Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to improve your aim in Modern Warfare 2. These tips are just going to really help you start getting a lot better aim, tracking people better, and just being able to help you guys pick up more kills and improve your aim within the game. Quickly before we do get into today's video, if you are new around, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications, so don't miss any more videos on the channel. If you do enjoy it, smash thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. But no more messing about, let's jump into it right now. Okay guys, so the first thing I do want to talk about is your settings. Whether you play controller or keyboard, whatever it is, what you're going to want to do is you're going to come over. I use controller, so I'm going to go through controller settings, but the same applies for mouse and keyboard. If you guys seem to be finding that you can't track players, or your aim seems a bit all over the place and you really can't get those shots off and be accurate with your gun, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is bring down your sensitivity in general. Bring it down to about 5 or 6, and just see if you can play better, because a lot of the professional players, like the best players in the world, play on a low sensitivity, and I see a lot of people on high sensitivity that can't shoot very well. And this is why, because your sensitivity is just too high. It's making it too difficult for you to be able to track anyone. So you're going to bring your sensitivity down, and then the next key thing you're going to be doing is bringing down that ADS sensitivity multiplier. This means your sensitivity is actually going to be a little bit slower whilst your ADS, which makes tracking players and just being accurate and just staying accurate with players whilst they're moving, it makes it so much easier. As you can see, I have mine on about 0.8. What I would recommend doing is bringing yours even down as far as 0.6 and just messing about with this multiplier just to whatever feels good for you. This is already going to help you guys start feeling better and start shooting better and hitting more shots. So the first thing you definitely want to do is bring that down and just start seeing how you play. If it still feels a little bit too fast and you can't track anyone, bring it down a little bit more and just keep messing about with it until you find the actual perfect spot for you. So the next thing you guys are going to want to do if you're on controller is come over to your advanced controller settings. Make sure all your aim assist is on. Change your aim assist type to Black Ops, because it makes it a lot more sticky. It's a lot easier to track people and it just sticks to your opponent a lot nicer. And then again, the next thing you want to come down and change your aim response curve to dynamic. Again, your ADS sense should be at about 0.8. It depends what you want to have it on. And like I said, this is the sort of thing you mess about with yourself to find what actually feels good for you. 0.8 feels nice for me, that's why I run 0.8, but if you guys need to mess about with it, bring it down to 0.6, whatever it might be, go ahead and do that. Dead zones is something you should be messing about with a little bit. This will eliminate any stick drift, which then means obviously if your sticks aren't drifting, you're not going to be getting like any other sort of input on your controller or on your analog. So if you've got quite an old controller, try bumping this minimum up just a little bit just to see what does feel right for you. But yeah, again, these are the sort of settings you're going to have to mess about with to what feels right for you in game, and just overall it's going to be different for everyone. So the next thing you guys are actually going to want to do just to improve your aim and start getting better is come into a private match. You're going to create a private match just like me. Team deathmatch, free-for-all doesn't really make a difference. I usually do free-for-all just because everyone you're against will be bots. So then you're going to go ahead and stick on whichever class it is that you want to put on. Say for example, I want to use the M13B. This is my go-to gun. I want to be able to get my shots better with that. So now that's set up, I'm going to come over to game set. I'm going to just play whichever map I want, something like shipment because it's a smaller map. And then all of this can sort of just stay the same. You don't really need to change any of that. And then bot setup, you're just going to chuck in 5 bots on whichever difficulty you want. So I'm assuming if your aim's a little bit like not great, you're probably not the best of players, which is fine. So all you're going to do is put them on recruit. You're going to put your bots on recruit, and then you're going to go ahead and load straight into that game. Okay, so now you guys are in the game. All you're going to want to do is practice running around with bots, and obviously these are AI bots. Like, they're not very good, they're recruit bots. So the one thing you want to be doing is just making sure you're working on your centering. And you can also see, like, when I'm jumping around corners, one of the main things I do is try and center straight on the opponent. When you can do this, because they're not really going to shoot back at you, like they're going to move around a little bit, you can almost just track them and just come in and get used to actually shooting people like chest and headshot area. Make sure you're aiming nice and high. You don't want to be shooting this part of the body here. You want to be shooting from like the chest sort of area from here upwards. And the reason for that is it's purely because it's a faster time to kill from those sort of areas. The higher up the body you get, the more damage the bullets will do. And just come into these private matches, especially before you go and play multiplayer, like for your first couple of games, just come in and just start getting used to aiming high and just getting your shot right. Because once you've warmed up your shot a little bit, like I like to do this before I start playing my games, because it just gets you in, it gets you used to shooting properly and like getting your shot on point. And again, whilst you're running around getting all these kills and practicing your aim, you know, getting that centering right, making sure you're aiming at the sort of heights you should be aiming at, what you definitely want to be doing is this is where you want to be messing about with your settings. Like I said, change your sensitivity, change your like sensitivity multiplier and all of that sort of stuff. And whilst you're running around this map doing all of that, that's the sort of things you want to be changing, because that's when you're going to get a feel for it. You're going to start understanding, okay, that's where my aim feels good, that's where my aim doesn't feel so good. Mess about with those settings and you guys will start feeling a dramatic improvement. Like, it's going to be a big improvement if you guys are struggling with your aim. And then, of course, obviously, you've got your closer range. You know, where you've got, like, you can get into gunfights where you're going to be up close. Like, if you need to practice headshots, like, you could be here. If you're a bit further away, you can practice those longer range gunfights. Like, if I wait for someone to come around this corner. And then you can start practicing your longer gunfights as well as your close range gunfights. So overall, this is really going to help with your aim in multiplayer. Because like I said, changing multiplayer sensitivity and all the sort of stuff like that in these games that you are playing against bots, because you know, there's no pressure on you. The bots aren't going to kill you very quickly. It's just going to give you the opportunity to start practicing your aim, getting a feel to your new setting. So then when you do go into multiplayer, your shot's going to feel warm. You should in theory have like your game set up and your controller set up the way that you want it and the way that it feels right for you. So yeah, guys, one of the most overlooked things in this game that not a lot of people realize is how much your ADS sensitivity and your horizontal and vertical sensitivity can affect your aim within the game. Once I realized this back in Warzone 1, my aim got so much better just dramatically from that, because I could just control my analogs better, my recoil was being able to control much better, and overall I just became a better player because these settings are so key for your aim. Like, once you find the settings that you like and you enjoy, you're going to have so much more fun. Your shot's already going to be a lot better than it already was. But yeah, hopefully this video has helped some of you out. If it has, be sure to smash a big thumbs up because it really does help me out. If you did enjoy it or you've got any more questions or anything like that, then let me know in the comments below because I'll be more than happy to help you guys out if you've got any more questions. But I'm just hoping in this video you learned about a few settings that you didn't know you could change that are going to dramatically improve your aim within Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, smash the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, notifications, turn on if you haven't already. I appreciate watching till the end. Have a great day and I'll catch you on the next one in a bit.